back with another one. This is it. This is the end. This is the time of the end. Daniel 12, his final word to us. We read through 11. That was a little bit confusing, but we're going to get some historical context on it over on Hanging Out with Uncle Charlie, and maybe a little bit in this chapter. Who knows? I haven't read this in a while, but we're going to get into it right now. Boom. Now, at that time, Michael, the great prince, who stands guard over the sons of your people, will arise, and there will be a time of distress such as never occurred since there was a nation until that time. And at that time, your people, everyone who is found written in the book, will be rescued. Many of those who sleep in the dust of the ground will awake these to everlasting life, but others to disgrace and everlasting contempt. Those who have insight will shine brightly, like the brightness of the expanse of heaven, and those who lead many to righteousness, like the stars forever and ever. But as for you, Daniel, conceal these words and seal up the book until the end of time. Many will go back and forth, and knowledge will increase. Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, two others were standing, one on this bank of the river and the other on that bank of the river. And one said to the man dressed in linen, "Who is above the waters of the river?" Sorry. And one man said to the one dressed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, "How long will it be until the end of these wonders?" I heard the man dressed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, and he raised his right hand and his left toward heaven, and swore by him who lives forever that it would be for a time, times, and a half time. And as soon as they finished shattering the power of the holy people, all these events will be completed. As for me, I heard, but I could not understand. So I said, "My Lord, what will be the outcome of these events?" He said, "Go your way, Daniel, for these words are concealed and sealed up until the end time. Many will be purged, purified, and refined, but the wicked will act wickedly, and none of the wicked will understand, but those who have insight will understand. From the time of the regular sacrifice, from the time that the regular sacrifice is abolished and the abomination of desolation is set up, there will be 1,290 days. How blessed is he who keeps waiting and attains to the 1,335 days. But as for you, go your way to the end. Then you will enter into the rest and rise again for your allotted portion at the end of the age." Very interesting. Sorry, every time I start reading, my nose gets like drippy. I don't know, it's whatever. It's whatever. So concludes the series of visions, right? Daniel doesn't have any more visions that he wrote down. And it's basically just saying like the idea, there's going to be a time where the sacrifices are abolished, and there's going to be 1,290 days between then and the abomination of desolation. And there's a couple of beliefs here. There's a couple of levels of this, right? One is that there's a foreshadowing. A lot of times there's a foreshadowing. There's I want to say all prophecies, but I've not yet read through all of the prophets. We're going to. I mean, I have read through all the prophets, but I have not written them recently with the knowledge of how prophecies work. I just kind of learned about this prophecy thing relatively recently. So oftentimes, and possibly all the times, but I know at least oftentimes, there is a near prophecy and a future prophecy, or there's a prophecy that has a near and a future level to it. And the purpose, and we might have brought this up once already, is that the near one is so that people can have faith that the next one is coming. And then the far one, and the near one is also there so that the people who are in the future know that, oh, that happened. They said it, it happened. So we know that this next one can also happen. So just to sneaky peeky a little bit at what we're going to be recapping, it's like Daniel, prior to Alexander the Great and the Ptolemaic and all these guys, Lucidian, whatever, I don't remember these guys' names, before all of their reigns, and the whole Grecian Empire and all this, before all of that, he predicts it all. And the desolation, I believe it's Antiochus, I don't know how to pronounce his name either. He does this thing. He abolishes sacrifices. Jews are not allowed to sacrifice anymore. And he kills a pig, like an unclean animal, in the temple. That's the abomination. Now, that's the near one. That happens just a few hundred years, maybe 200 years in the future. I believe that's the timeline. And then we believe that is just that's the near one, that there will be a future one, because the way that Daniel is referring to things is like it's on a scale way bigger than applies to any of these guys. We know the characters now that it's happened. Daniel predicted it ahead of time. Then we get to see it happen. We know what fits, but the scale doesn't match 100%. So it gets up to a point, but then Daniel has this scale that is like disproportionately bigger than what these guys are talking about, where these guys are like setting up against God and God is destroying their kingdom and all that. Like a little bit different. The 10 kingdoms and then taking out the 3 who will rule the 3, the little horn. It doesn't quite fit some of these characters. It does in the short term, but then there's like this must keep ramping up, right? So, excuse me. Right on time with the allergies. Thank you for watching. Please, please, please go over to Hanging Out with Uncle Charlie. It's the podcast, or the whatever you want to call it, where we recap things and tie it in. So we're getting more bigger picture, longer form. Check that out. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Read your Bible.